Well, from what he's bought, it looks like your husband expects chronic fasting, Mrs. Carmody.
Now, don't you go scaring her. We've only been married 3 days.
Ah, then you're just setting up housekeeping. Well, what you got here will last quite a spell. And if you run out, just let me know.
Thank you.
Well, we're only going to be here for a couple of weeks. I just wanted to show my wife the place I grew up in.
Well, we're glad to have you back, sir, if it's only for a visit. And good luck with the fasting, Mrs. Carmody.
Thank you. I'll need it. Dr. Carmody.
Mrs. Lambert, I'd like you to meet my wife.
How do you do? For a minute, I took you for your father.
Considering he was 78 the last year he lived here, I don't know if that's a compliment or not.
Here's a compliment, John Carmody. I doubt he'd ever be as good a man as your father was. For looks or doctoring.
Well, I'm afraid I can't help my looks, Mrs. Lambert.
You didn't tell me the Carmodys were so big in Paul Ruin.
Ah, yes, my girl. You're going to have to play second fiddle while we're down here.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Mom.
You know, I'll bet they'd have had a brass band out for you if they'd known you were coming.
A bouquet for the bride.
Well, why didn't you tell them all you've given me are bags of potatoes and onions?
Gotta get you started in the right way. You can get in through the gate in the wall or up that way. You go on ahead. Don't wait for me. Laura, is something wrong?
Yes, something is wrong. You didn't tell me it was so beautiful.
Well, I told you it was up on a bluff with the bay on one side and the open
Up
sea on
on
the
a
other.
bluff. So's Joplin, Missouri. You're so used to it, you don't see it. It's unbelievable. It's so big, so open, so free, so going on forever.
We call it the Atlantic.
Come on. Did you ever sail a boat down there?
Yes, many a time.
What's the flagpole for?
Well, Dad was a ship's doctor once. He never got over it. Discovered he was really a sailor at heart. You know, he used to run this place like a ship of the line. More flags than an admiral. He was right, too. Practicing down here with these people, it wasn't some silly Harley Street affair with a list full of hypochondriacs. The real thing. Good life, too. Come on. You know, I'm almost afraid to open that door. House was never very much. It's been looked after by a caretaker. This is the dispensary. My father's surgery. Greenhouse out there. Think of what you made of that cottage of yours.
That cottage of mine was
just a substitute for living. This is a place where people really live. Hello. You're the boy who opened the car door the day we arrived.
Yes, Mrs. Carmody.
You know my name, but I don't know yours.
It's Peter, ma'am. Peter Pengilly.
Won't you come in, Peter?
It's the doctor I want to see, ma'am.
Well, here's the doctor.
Well, what's your trouble, Peter?
It's my mother, sir. She's drunk.
I mean, she isn't feeling very well.
She's feeling fine, sir. She's hollering.
Is this the first time?
It's the first time she's hollered
And how long has this been going on?
since she got home
Last night.
this morning.
Well, what do you usually do for her?
Hide the bottle.
Well, it's a bit late to do that now, isn't it? Dr. Ashby's your doctor. Where's he?
With Mrs. Saunders. She's having a baby.
Oh, then I expect he's pretty busy. Well, I suppose I ought to go around and see her.
Yes?
All right, Peter. Let's go and see what we can do about your mother. Laura, what are you doing?
I'm taking possession. Come on, pull. There. That's better.
I thought maybe you were running up a distress signal.
No, that pole looks so forlorn just standing there doing nothing. Now we're ship of the line again. I'm not the world's best painter.
You're Leonardo da Vinci as far as I'm concerned.
It's what you want, isn't it? It is what you want, isn't it?
It's not a question of what I want anymore. I'm not alone now. It's what we want, and is this what we want?
I want what you want.
Well, I've thought about it, but I'm no Dr. Schweitzer, you know. Heroic doctor gives up city practice to
No,
come...
but happy doctor gives up city practice for a time.
Well, are you sure you know what you're letting yourself in for? I mean, you've never lived like this. It can be pretty bleak up here. And sometimes in the winter when the wind blows, the whole house shakes. Well, a Harley Street doctor only sees his patients in office hours, but down here they're all like Peter. If they have a problem, they come up and see you. You'd be all mixed up with my patients.
Good. That's what I hoped. That's what I want.
Well, that's different then.